We are a large family, and we had 4 biological children and 2 girls we adopted from China as infants, and our biological children had all gone away to college, and we had thought we would adopt an older child from China. And I think we ripped her out of a culture and a language that she knew and brought her into something completely foreign.
I love China, America.
Some of the challenges that I had learning English was I didn't know how to form the words that I wanted to say. I would be able to speak in English, but I would still talk in a way that was more traditional Chinese.
She went to school and she didn't understand anything. And communicating was hard. I believe it was after first grade, the teacher said she should really go to literacy camp. And the Children's Literacy Center at that time had these summer week-long camps with the hope that the more she heard the language, the sooner she would acquire the language.
My name is Sophia Botama, and I have something to show you. Reading camp, we were doing stories, and then we changed to dinosaurs.
Children's Literacy Center was created 27 years ago now, and it came out of a desire of teachers that wanted to be able to spend more time with their students, one-on-one, but didn't have the time themselves.
They were very focused on me and helping me read instead of a general number of students.
So we tutor one child, one-to-one, with one volunteer for free. And we feel passionately that the foundation of literacy is their key to success. I think that is the core of what Children's Literacy Center does. It looks at every child and says what you need may not be the same as what somebody else needs. So what Sophia's needs were very specific to her, and we could say, fine, that's all we're going to talk about then.
I started understanding how stories were formatted and how authors use certain words in certain places and how they had such a diverse vocabulary, and it also got me into reading.
Well, if we can get that at an early age and say, look, we can help fill in those gaps, then they're not going to start falling behind. If we don't get those, then all of a sudden they're reading 2 grade levels behind and 3 grade levels behind. They start losing in all the areas, not just reading.
For me, it was a huge springboard for her to gain confidence and be able to be more independent. I mean, she was just a little, I think, 7 or 8-year-old who got a fire lit and a spark for reading, and it changed her world. I believe it was starting your freshman year at high school. I said, we have to banish the library books until the weekends because you need to do your schoolwork, because she was still reading all the time.
I can't think that there's many of us who didn't grow up with books that can't quickly look back and say, oh my God, do you remember this book or that book? And we all start smiling and we all start talking about it. And it's like, oh my God, I don't know what I would do if I couldn't read. Because we all know what that feeling was of being taken away to a different world that books give us.
When you're a struggling parent and you feel like you're not meeting your child's needs and you wonder if the public school is meeting their needs, it's just great that there's an agency that can sort of fill in the gap. And that's certainly what the Children's Literacy Center did for us.